Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Professor Ankita Agarwal. Topic is data independence in DBMS. But before we start with the topic, I just want to request you all to please subscribe to my channel and especially the ones who are watching my video for the first time to please subscribe my channel and share it with your friends as well and press the bell icon to get the latest notifications about my channel. So students, coming to the topic, next topic in DBMS lecture series is data independence. So this is an important topic while you are creating tables or while you are maintaining a database. You need to know that what is data independence all about. So students, data independence is nothing but a capacity of changing the schema at one level without affecting the another level. Or we can say, if you make any changes in one level, it should not affect the another level data. Now, what are these levels? Students, I have already discussed three levels of DBMS in my previous video, where I discussed three levels of DBMS, that is external level, conceptual level and internal level, and their functions. So guys, you can watch that video on my channel for your reference. Now, data independence basically works here in these three levels of database. So data independence is basically the ability to modify a schema definition in one level without affecting the schema definition in the next higher level. See what happens, students. Database systems are designed in multi-layer. These are the multi-layers. Database systems are designed in multi-layer because database system stores data as well as metadata. So database system stores data as well as metadata. And what is this metadata? Metadata is data about data. And metadata always follows the layered architecture to locate the data and to retrieve the data easily. So this is why to store the entire data and metadata, we need layered architecture only, because if the entire data and metadata become independent, then it will become a highly complex job to locate the data, then retrieve the data and then modify the data from just one location. This is why the layered architecture is used to store data in database, so that if we change data in one layer, it should not affect the data in another layer. So this is how the data in each layer become independent of one another. Now data independence is of two types. First is the physical data independence and second is the logical data independence. Now what is this physical data independence? Physical data independence is defined as the ability to make changes in the structure of the lowest level of the database without affecting the higher level schemas. That is, the physical data independence basically is the ability to change the internal schema without affecting the conceptual or external schema of the database. Now let's understand this diagrammatically. See, there is one database at the bottom. Then there are three levels: internal level, conceptual level and the external level. So the data here is stored in layers, that is internal level, conceptual level and external level. Now talking about the physical data independence, it basically helps you to separate the conceptual levels from the physical levels. That is, it helps you to provide the logical description of the database without need to specify the physical structures. For example, in case we want to change or upgrade the storage system itself. Suppose we want to replace hard disk. So, it should not have any impact on the logical data or schemas, right? Or for example, if you want to make changes in accessing methods or want to modify indexes or to make changes in the compression techniques. So these things should not affect the logical data. So this is about the physical data independence. Now let's talk about the logical data independence. Logical data independence is basically the ability to modify the logical schema without causing the application programs to be rewritten. See what happens. Modifications at the logical level are necessary. Whenever the logical structure of the database is altered, you need to do alterations on regular basis so as to update the data, right? So let's take an example to understand this. For example, there is one table named as student, right? And in this student table, I have two columns, name and age of the student. So in this table, we have mentioned only two attributes of a student, right? Now, what does it mean? That the user here can see name and age of the student, right? But if let's say one user 2 for instance want to add one column in this table as phone number, right? So now if user is adding one column here, it should not affect the whole application program. That is, it's not like that if user 2 has now made some changes, it will now affect the whole logical structure. And if user 1 was able to see only first two columns earlier, right? If he was able to see only first two columns earlier, that is name and age of the student, then now also he can only see first two columns because the changes are made by the user 2 and not by the user 1. And the changes made by only one user will not change the whole logical structure for every user. Fine? This is logical independence. So students, the logical data independence is an important part of the three schema architecture which allows the change or modification of the conceptual schema without disturbing the external schema. And the modifications in conceptual schema may include alteration of entities or attributes or relationships, and changing any of these elements will not disturb the external application programs. Now let's summarize the topic. So data independence is the property of the DBMS that helps you to change the database schema at one level of the database without requiring to change the schema at the next higher level. Second is there are two levels of data independence, that is physical data independence and the logical data independence. Physical data independence helps you to separate the conceptual levels from the internal physical levels, whereas the logical data independence is the ability to change the conceptual schema without changing the physical structure. And the data independence helps you to improve the quality of the data by separating the data in different layers. So students, this is all about the topic of data independence. Further, we will discuss new topic in my next video. So till then, stay tuned and keep watching videos on my channel, Professor Ankita Agarwal. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.